Welcome back to another episode of the Philosophy of Chillin. I'm your host, Dunlap the Connect, and as you can see, I'm joined by somebody. So before we get into it, I'm about to pass it off to them so they can introduce themselves.
Yo, what's up? My name is Kid Artist. I'm from Philly. I'm an up and coming artist, you mean? And let's get into it.
Yeah, for sure. Um, well, for one, I don't know you,
Mm,
and I was looking at your page, and I was like, it's some good shit in here.
appreciate it.
And I can tell that there's been consistency amongst different things and everything that you've probably experienced in your lifetime too.
Hmm.
So with that being stated, I sat, thought, and honestly, I wanted to go through hard lessons with you.
Okay.
So essentially, I guess my first question is, who are you as an artist, and is there a difference in your artistry from the person that you are outside of it?
That's a good question. Uh, I feel like myself as an artist, I just try to make music that's really going to touch people in different ways. I feel like that's why I make a lot of different type of music. Um, I feel like I'm really versatile when it comes to that. Yeah, I just like bringing people together, touching people in many ways, if it's in heartbreak, enjoyment, any way I can. I like making a difference in someone's life, whether it's any way in shape or form. That's why I think about it. And with the other question, um, I can say kinda. I want to say kinda. I want to say like in my music, I like to not have a. It's like a persona, not a persona, but it's like a way for me to bring out different emotions than just being my regular self. If that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I could say in a way, yeah, but at the same time, it's still the same person.
That's real. Um, so I guess to the point you were making about wanting to build community and provide different varieties amongst the things that you create,
Hmm.
what were some things that you needed when you were starting to understand your voice?
S- I guess, uh, I guess in a way, a little guidance. I guess because it got me. It took me a time to really figure out my sound and who I really was as an artist. You know, in the beginning, I was just infatuated with just making music, and I just love this the craft of it all. So I was just making music, and it took me a while to get to exactly where I wanted to be and how I wanted my sound to actually be. But I got there. So I guess in the beginning, I say a little bit guidance, but yeah, other than that, I feel like I did a lot of good on my own.
That's smooth. I mean, that kind of goes into what I was going to ask you next off of that,
Hmm.
because you got brought up a good point. Even without that guidance and trying to, I guess, plug and chug
Yeah,
to see what works best for you,
right.
what are some things that have been working now or things that you just want to continue developing?
I guess having good work ethic. I guess you
Yeah, that's
know,
real.
like for real. Like sometimes, like I want to say in the beginning, I was just taking it as like I'm just making music and like, hopefully I blow up. It kind of was. I like in the back of my mind, I was hoping, but at the same time, I was like, it is what it is. But now it's like this is all I want, and that's all I need, and that's all I care about. So the work ethic, you put in the work day and night. You know, you try to do the best you can do. Practice as much as you can. You know, because there's a lot of artists out here that's not even, even trying to really put out good music or anything like that. They just put out anything. I'm really trying to actually put something out that's going to touch the world or touch someone and touch someone's heart. So I feel like that's some things that I've been doing.
No, that's solid. Do you remember a time where like your music touched you and was like, that example of what you're trying to exude?
Mm, yeah. I made it's like a lot of recent songs I've been making in the last few months that's been really just like because I want to say I started writing a lot recently. Usually I don't be writing. I like to because I record at home most of the time. So when I
Mhm.
record at home, I just
Smart.
yeah, I freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I just either not freestyle, but I just go off of what I have first, and I go on. So I just be punching in. But
Mhm.
lately I've been really writing, and I feel like with that, it really gives me time to really think deeper to what I want to say and how I want to say it. So a lot of my new stuff been really touching me in different ways, and I know it's going to touch a lot of people as well.
No, that's smooth. Even with the flow to the punch-ins and
Hmm.
then to that more methodical writing,
Right.
what what were some triggers that let you know, hey man, we need to sit down and think about this shit?
Mm, well, I'll say recently, about a few months ago, I lost my little brother. So
That's real, bro.
yeah, that's a situation that really set me back, and just really had me thinking about life and what I really wanted to do. You know, so that's really one thing that really pushed me forward to where like, yeah, I really got to take everything serious because he was really one of my big supporters and knowing that. So just losing him was really like a set in stone. Like, yeah, I really got to do this shit.
No, that's real, bro. And honestly, like condolences to you,
Nah, I
bro.
appreciate that.
That's a hard lesson in itself
Hmm.
to have to digest because like you said, that is a support system.
Yeah.
And I guess you kind of answered my question, but when it comes to the type of consistency and intentionality you put into your artistry, does a lot of that stem from the type of support that he was giving you, or what did that support look like for you?
Um, I I say yeah, cause I got like a lot of siblings. I'm the oldest of like let me see, like five, six.
I'm the
I
oldest
get
as well too.
you know what I'm saying. So I'm the oldest of a lot of siblings, and I have siblings I live in the same house with. And I have siblings I don't live in the same house with. It
That's
is what it
real.
is. But he was one of the siblings I didn't live in the same house with. But even though that we didn't, we still was close as all my other siblings. He even
Mhm.
listened to my music more than the siblings that I do live in the same house with. So,
Yeah, that's real.
and that's not just to say that it was. I'm just saying that for the simple fact that even though we wasn't together all the time, he was always in tune of what I was doing. He way younger than
Mhm.
me, so if I'm in high school, he was like when I was in high school, he was like in elementary and middle school. So the fact that he was even keeping up with the music and stuff that I was doing and knowing everything word for word, that was just like a big like he really was in tune with what I was doing. So
Mhm.
that was a big support right there in itself. I mean, I get a lot of support from all my family and all my siblings, but that was just a thing that I was just wanted to point out.
No, that's real because, like you said, even when it comes to people that your age, older, younger, it don't matter, but you
Yeah,
can tell when the support is genuine and it's there.
right.
So I guess where is it that your mentality is taking you now when it comes to focusing and honing in on what you're creating?
Um, I think my mentality right now is just really putting my best workout. You know, really doing taking my craft 100% more serious than I ever did. Really trying to take it to the next level. Just be the best and version of me that I possibly can be.
Mhm.
So yeah,
That's real, bro. Same.
no, for real.
And even with that, like it honestly drills into you how you are building this mindset versus the things that you have to shake off in order to really achieve it for real.
Right.
So, like, what are some things that you are having to shake off and just look at yourself in the mirror and be like, man, come on?
I guess. I guess like I was saying before, I guess just having better work ethic. Like I want to say like just doing everything I possibly can do. You know, try to take every opportunity to its fullest. You know, I feel like like a year or 2 years ago, I wasn't doing it to my best ability. I probably was like, I could do this, but maybe it's not what I want. I was overthinking things instead of just
Mm,
taking things
that's
for what
real.
it could be. You know, sometimes overthinking things can stop you from big opportunities, and so I feel like one thing I had to do is one is stop overthinking things and just do everything I can do, and just having better work ethic. Um, and I want to say I was lazy, but you know, not
I
be
got
lazy.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Exactly. Like exactly.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
time. No, you don't got time. You got to do it right now,
Yeah.
and yeah, execute. So yeah, I say that's a few things I got
No, that's real.
for real.
So what has it been like translating all this into the studio? Because I know you
Hmm.
said you work from home,
Hmm.
but at the same time, like when you get out and you have to perform,
Right.
what are some things that have held you back before? I'll start off with that question first.
Okay. So you wait. You mean, what you mean? Like help me back one, like performing or just in general?
Both.
Um, I say okay. So I want to say when I actually perform, I feel like I'm really good at performing. So I don't feel like nothing specific holds me back to that because like I went to school performing. I went many different shows and stuff. So when it comes to perform, I feel like I'm a whole different person when I step on the stage.
That's real.
It just getting to that stage was holding me back
Mm.
because I was just being not consistent enough of like basically my craft. Now I want to say that because I was, but at the same time was other things that was holding me back.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
real.
like you gotta um just map your stuff how you want to do it so you can make sure you execute on everything you want to do. And I feel like right now I'm doing that perfectly, you know. And yeah, that's some things that I've been trying to work on to get everything done. And when it comes to music, it, but like for real, with me, it just everything just work ethic. You know, doing everything I got to do, pushing everything out, making sure I'm putting out the best music I possibly can, not just mediocre. And yeah, that's really where my mindset at is right now.
No, that's real. Um, and honestly, that just inspired another question before I leap into what you
Mhm.
are doing currently and things of that sort. Because I know you got some projects brewing. You done
No,
released some
for real.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Like
You know what I mean? I
I
do.
know you lined some shit up,
No, I
bro.
got a lot of shit lined up. You know what I mean?
No, for real. And we gonna get into all that.
Bet.
So I wanted to ask first, um, what you mentioned how work ethic is something that is monumental for you in
Hmm.
regards of making sure you're holding yourself accountable.
Right.
So with that being stated, I know for myself when I get ideas or when I get like tasks in my mind, they're
Hmm.
like, you need to do this. Even sometimes, like like you said, I'll sit back and be like, oh yeah, I got time for it.
Right.
But in the internal, I'm like, bruh, nah, you need to do this shit now.
Exactly.
So what is your self talk like?
Self. I guess it would be. I guess I have. You know, you always got this voice in your head. One telling you like you said, you got time, and you got another voice like, no, you need to do this now. I feel like my self talk is my motivation. Is everything recently of what I've been going through and everything I want in life, and I just think about that consistently to remind myself that I got to execute everything I got to execute. I don't got no time to be waiting around, sitting around, waiting for someone else to come out. Or, you know, I got to do this for myself and for everyone around me. So that's some things that I consistently think about to make sure that I'm doing everything I got to do.
Mhm. Which leads me to the question of what is your vision? Like,
I guess my vision is I want to be generic and say I want to be the biggest artist ever, but you know, that's kind of like the picture I have. Like, I also want to start businesses and things of that sort too. But I really want to be an artist to really branch to other people and really touch other people and really inspire other people to do things that I was inspired to do. So
Mhm.
I feel like that's one of my big goals, and also to give back to my community back home and things of that sort. So yeah.
No, that's smooth. Um, that inspired another question really quickly.
Hmm.
What does that look like for you? Like when you do have, and even in the minuscule spaces that
Hmm.
you are able to do now, I say minuscule because your vision is bigger.
Right.
So obviously what you're doing now is not where you want to be or
No,
stay.
not at all.
So what are some things you will want to invest into, whether it be the different types of passions that you have or the aspects of community that you want to feed into?
Um, I guess it has got to. I got to get to a place where I'm just having enough resources and a broader community where I can actually bring people together and really make a change and within like well like I said bring give it back to the community or just things of that sort. Um, and when it comes to business things, I feel like I just got to have a strong plan and a team to really help me work through that. I feel like because you can't do everything by yourself. You can try, but it's not going to work. So
Mhm.
getting a strong team behind you can really push you to the next level. So right now, that's what I'm looking for to do to take me to the next level. For
Oh, that's real. So we talking about today.
yeah,
We talk about your artistry.
yep, yep, yep.
So what's getting you the most excited right now?
Uh, wait, you talking about this conversation?
Not even just the conversation, but with all the effort and
Hmm.
intentionality you're putting into your artistry,
Yeah,
this new wave of sincerity and consistency that you're, really pulling out of yourself from
right,
what you already knew you should be doing.
right. I feel like the thing. I mean, because it's crazy to say that. It's when you really doing a lot of things. And I was just talking about this the other day. When you really doing a lot of things at once, you forget how long. Like I've been doing so much stuff this month. I forgot it's only been a month. So I feel like
That's
that's one.
real.
That's what I'm saying. I've been like just consistently just doing stuff back to back to back to back to back to back just to keep myself really motivated and really put myself more out there and reach a broader audience. And that really been helpful. So that's something I'm really excited for. I've been doing a lot of different content, a lot of different events, different shows, and that's the shows are really one of the top things that I'm excited for, and meeting new people. And I've been meeting a lot of different people in different avenues and things of that sort. So I'm really excited about meeting more people and really taking this to the next level.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
Um, I guess what type of elements can people look forward to when it comes to your performances?
Uh, I really want it. Well, shoot, I like to say I'm a real performer.
Mhm.
I like to bring high energies. I like to bring emotion. I like to really perform. Like I dance. I went to school for dance. I went to creative performing arts school in Philadelphia. So that really helped me with when it comes to performing. I like to bring the crowd in with me too. Like I just
Mhm.
don't like to perform. I like to perform with the crowd. So I feel like that's some key factors that I bring when it comes to performing and things of that sort.
No, that's real. I
So,
like that.
hmm.
Um, and that's crazy because I just talked to another artist maybe a couple weeks ago, last week. I don't know. Time ain't real.
Hmm. Right.
But they were also from Philly as well too,
Hmm.
and flew down to, really get their momentum going in a new state, new environment. Is that what brought you here? Or what made the move, I guess, solidified to come to Atlanta?
I want to say that's a yes and no.
That's real.
That's a yes and no. And the only reason why I say that's a yes and no because I originally I came I came out here for college. So,
That's real.
but I could have really went anywhere for college. I really came to Atlanta for college because I knew where the music scene was at, and I knew where I can really take myself to the next level.
Mhm.
And also, the school was also a good school. I'm not gonna say that the school wasn't a good school, but yeah. So it was just a win-win situation where,
Mhm.
like, yeah, I'm going here to do this, but I'm also really here to do this.
Mhm.
So that's why I say it was like a yes and no.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, how has the city been feeding you from what was the motion in Philly?
It's like I want to say it's like almost like night and day.
That's
Like
real.
out here, I feel like people really. It's easier to like, in some ways, it's easier to like talk to people and network. People not too like Philly like a lot of people don't want to work with a lot of people, and
Mhm.
that it is what it is. But And well, I'm not gonna say that because some people, there's people that work with people, but on the other hand, it's people that don't want to work with people, and there's other stuff on the back end on other crazy shit. But out here, I
No, I
feel like it's
feel it.
easier to work out. It's yeah, I feel like out here it's easier to work with people. I feel like it's easier to network. People want to network. People want to build connections. That's what I'm really looking for. People want to build connections out here. You know, so I feel like that's some of the things that I've been seeing out here that I couldn't get back home. Or it's even like when it comes to like even throwing different events, I feel like out here is really like good when it comes to that too. I mean, I've been hearing, and I'm actually going back home for a show, so it's been getting better out there. But out here is really like I want to say it's basically easier.
That's real.
Yeah.
No, that's real as fuck. Cause like
Mm,
literally you can be one place, not know what the fuck you gonna do for the day,
right.
and then just wind up in some shit because somebody invited you to it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying out here. That's how exactly how it be out here. Or you just might run into somebody,
Oh god.
anybody. Like you can't do that back home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they be like, come on, bro.
right. You know what I'm
Like
saying? It'd be crazy.
real shit, man.
It'd
And
be
then
crazy.
you fuck around, hey bro, that's content right
Right,
there.
and that's
Like
exactly. You can see, look at that, and you got content right there. Especially if you got a camera around, shoot.
hey bro, phone right there. I with that
Right,
shit.
not for real.
I ain't even know I was gonna do this today.
Exactly,
Nah, that's facts.
not for real, bro.
Love the city, man.
Not for real.
So I guess with the motion, the environment,
Hmm.
and this new mentality on, I guess, the way in which you're taking care of your career.
Exactly.
Um, what are some things in regards to some? I guess how do I say this question? What are you trying to carry into this next season of your life? Like,
Uh, mm, yeah. I guess everything that I learned over the years. I feel like at this point in my life, I feel like I want to say because I've been doing this. I've been making music for like a little while now,
mhm,
so I feel like I'm not gonna say I'm perfect or
mhm,
I'm 100%
yeah,
on my craft, but I want to say I'm well more seasoned than what I was before.
yeah,
I got more information. I've been through some things and I learned things that can prevent me from going down this path that can really take me on a better one. So
mhm.
I feel as though that with all of the information and everything I learned, I can really take that to the next season and really execute everything I want to execute.
No, that's real. I fuck with that
Not
shit for
for real.
sure. And that kind of makes me want to ask you, where did that love come from for the avenue of music?
Um, I feel like, I, so I grew up dancing, so that's how it really came about. So I really look at different people like Chris Brown, Usher, Michael Jackson, especially
Mhm.
things of that
Got
sort.
to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the ghost of all goats. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? So I really just grew up listening to music and really just love music just from a listener standpoint. But also, I was also dancing. Like I said before, I went to the Creative Performing Arts School. I went to Apollo Theater when I was like in middle school,
Mhm.
and that was on the dancing tip. And when I'm talking about dance, I started off doing just hip hop, like step up type stuff. I used to love
Hell
step
yeah.
up and shit like that. And then
Do that choreo better than them. Hey, tell
exactly, like for real. You know
her.
what I'm saying? So
Real shit.
you know what I mean? But I got and I wanted to, at first, I wanted to be like a backup dancer, like for like Chris Brown or like a big
Mhm.
celebrity. But then I realized, like, no, I can't do that. I want to be just the artist.
Ah, that's
I
real.
got, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, fuck this
you know what
shadow.
I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, I remember one time I was just rapping on the phone. I forgot who on the phone. I was just like playing around though. And they said, "Oh, you should take it serious. You sound good." At the time, like, man, whatever. But then I started actually thinking about. I'm like, matter of fact, I dance. But dancing and rapping, I don't know.
That's real. Ain't
So
no
I'm
niggas
like,
out here doing
you know
that
what I'm
shit for
saying?
sure,
Especially not at the time when I was thinking about it. I mean,
man.
niggas doing it now.
Yeah,
But especially when the time when I was thinking about it, nobody was doing that.
yeah, real
So I'm
shit.
like, no. So I'm like, but I just start. So I'm like, I'm doing anyway. I'm start rapping. Boom. And I was just talking about like regular rap. I no melodic, no nothing, just regular rapping on some Meek Mill type shit.
Uh huh.
So then I started really diving in different avenues and started going on a melodic tip. And
Mhm.
I want to say this. I want to thank I could thank Pink Rock and A Boogie for that because they really the one that started that wave. So I want to just put that out right there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just feel like I just really figure out different ways to really incorporate my different styles and things of that sort when it came to music.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's basically how I fell in love with music, dance, and everything. I just really, it was really heavy in my house too, like just different type of music, R&B, pop, uh, for anything you name it. So I feel like that's really where it came from.
No, that's real.
Hmm.
Um, which begs me to ask the question:
Yeah.
when you get into your flow state in your artistry and your
Hmm.
rapping versus when you're in flow state with your dance,
Right.
can you tell a difference?
Uh, yeah, I
I'm
can because it's I ain't
not
gonna
sitting
lie.
there thinking about it right now.
It took me a while to really incorporate both together. You know,
Yeah,
because I feel like I rap differently than how I dance. So it's like it's hard to incorporate both.
yeah, that's
Especially,
real.
I mean, like this TikTok wave made it easier, but I feel like I still don't fully dance like how people be dancing on TikTok. I really be dancing for real. But I can't
There is a difference.
unless I make like a R&B type of song. I feel
Mhm.
like I really can't fully do what I'm capable of doing when it comes to dancing,
Mm.
or like something like more, not even R&B, something like more of like a beat like dancing song, if that makes sense. So yeah, I can definitely tell the flow, but I can say that I definitely got better when it comes to that though.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna be making music to complement your creative dancing as well too? Okay.
I definitely already started making some too. I'm definitely going to drop. Thinking about dropping like 4 EPs this year.
Shit,
You know what I'm
fuck
saying?
with
You
it.
know what
Hey,
I'm
talking
saying?
about
So I want to say even my first and second one going to have some stuff where I can really incorporate some dance stuff, and I'm thinking about even getting other dances and stuff for it, like for some visuals and stuff like that sort. So it's really going to be a movie for real.
shit. I'm looking forward to it,
No,
my
for you know what I'm
boy.
saying, I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. So for the individuals that don't know
Mm,
your artistry, your level of musicality,
mm.
what are some things that you can let them know in regards of what to look forward to?
Shoot, y'all can look forward to a whole bunch of things. The vibes. I can look forward to heartbreaks, the songs. I can look forward to pain music. For her, I make music for everybody. You know, you can when you listen to a kid artist, you listen to a real artist that make music for anybody that anybody can enjoy. You know, I really take everybody on a roller coaster when it comes to music, especially when it comes to my albums. I feel like that's why I ain't lie. I feel like my albums sometimes do better than when I just drop singles because I drop like it don't sound none of the songs sound the same. So
Mhm.
it's enjoyment for
They
you. Gonna,
shouldn't.
you know what I'm saying exactly. And a lot of people be doing it, but
Ah,
but
that's
you know what I'm saying. But
real.
you know, that's why people like really. I feel like that's one of the reasons why people really enjoy music, and
Mhm.
also why people like to see me perform as well. So you know, yeah, the vibes. You know, just everything that you will want to listen to. That's so I'm here
Shit, I fuck with it, man.
for real.
And if you haven't tapped in already, do that shit.
No, for real. Tap in. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
God. So I'm gonna ask you probably about 1 to 2 more questions,
Okay, bet.
and then we gonna enter into the last couple minutes of the episode.
All right, bet.
And for that portion alone, I like to pass the mic off to you
Mhm.
so that you can ask me any questions that you want to,
All right, bet.
whether it's pertaining to the topic of hard lessons or anything outside of it.
All right, bet.
So the next question I wanted to ask you was basically, how does allowing what you're digesting and understanding in your own journey,
Mhm.
how is it, well, I guess, what is the feeling like when you're able to exude it creatively?
Mm. Wait. Like, so you mean like,
S-
wait,
So let's say, even with the pain
right,
that you feel from the hard lessons that you experience,
right.
when you digest all that
Mhm.
and are able to put it through your vessel of creativity, whether it's dancing, whether it's rapping,
Mhm.
do you create your own beats too?
Uh, No, but I produce my own stuff,
Oh, that's real.
so you know. But I've been learning like the dip and dab on that type of stuff though.
That's real.
But yeah.
So when you are able to exude all of that energy into those vessels,
Mhm.
what is the feeling or sensation you get from it?
I want to say in some ways it depends on the type of music I make. 'Cause sometimes it could be relief,
That's real.
sometimes it could be relief, sometimes it could be enjoyment, sometimes it could be it can just be I want to say yeah, relief or enjoyment. It depends on the scenario of the music that I'm making, you know. Because if I'm
Mhm.
making something that I feel like I need to get out, I feel like it helps me. It calms me. Not I want to say calms me down, but it helps me. I would feel better a little bit, you
Manage the
know.
stress.
Yes, it manages the stress. It made me just get the words that I want to say out that I really can't like speak to people, but I can put on a
Mhm.
track without being too blunt about what I'm actually saying. So I
No, that's
feel
real.
so I feel like that helps. And then on the other hand, I'm enjoying when I make something that's I feel like I'm excited for, and I just heard like I just had a tune in my head, and I just executed it on a mic. I feel like it gets you excited to how other people might um listen to it, how might they might take it. So there's some things that yeah that I be feeling.
No, that's smooth, bro.
Yeah.
And I asked that because even for myself, there have been people surrounding
Hmm.
that be like, "Oh, you should try this. You should try this."
Right.
But I know sometimes I get frustrated because what I'm trying to say or the sounds that I'm hearing, it takes time to be able to construct it all together.
Right.
So for you, when you have those frustrated moments of trying to put and translate what you're trying to say down into your musicality,
Mm.
what are some things that help you get along or, you know, get to the next part of being able to express that?
Uh, that's a good question. I don't even. I just this really sitting back and just think about things. You know, I really or this even when it comes to talking to certain people. That goes a long way. You know, if you feel like you have someone in your corner that you can talk to, or just have your back when it comes to hard situations, I feel like that can go a long way as well. But also, just sometimes you need to just sit back and think about things, or just compress, whether it's just taking a beat or just doing something else that you might enjoy to
Mhm.
get you through something else that you need to get done or do.
No, that's real as fuck.
Yeah.
So with that being stated, I definitely have more questions,
Okay.
but I do have to go,
Okay.
and the audience got to too.
All right, bet.
So before we leave out, I wanted to ask,
Mhm.
do you have any questions for me? Because if not, I might have a question or two left.
Um, yeah, I want to say, well, what's some of the things that help you when it comes to like the things that you doing and that sort, or like what's some things that really push you and take you to the next level to keep going, or if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Honestly, I'm overly aware of the things that are against me.
Right.
So because of that, I already know that yeah, time is not necessarily um is a construct,
Right.
but at the same time that shit is real.
No, for real. That's for real.
So
That's for real.
I try not to place a timer on the level of blessing that God has been giving me
That's real.
when it comes to my life.
That's real.
So with that, like that's probably the biggest thing that helps me know, like, hey, bro, yeah, all this shit may be relevant, may be true, may be pressuring you, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, but like, hey, bro, you still living, so God still gave you something to do, so do it.
No, that's real. I want to say that's some real shit, because there been times where you might think like you might be in a hard place in your life, or things not going the way you wanted to go,
Hmm.
and you're just like, well, fuck it, shit. But on the other hand, shit, you still breathing, you still got a roof over your head, you still got other things that you still be should be blessed for,
Yeah, yeah,
So
facts.
I definitely understand what you're saying when it comes to that.
Yeah, cause like you were saying too, like, especially being the oldest of my
Right.
siblings, at least on my mom's side,
Yeah.
um, it's always somebody that I'm thinking about,
Right.
trying to look out for.
Exactly.
And, even when it get, like, down on the days where it's like, "Bro, like, I don't even wanna be here, bro." Like, shit,
Facts.
this shit crazy.
Oh, for real.
Then I remember those other souls and those other people that are like, "Nah, bro, they are checking my location right now."
Exactly.
So if I literally was not there or did not respond, like, nah,
Yeah,
shit
she'll
would
get
be up
bad.
right now.
Yeah, she'll be bad. Yeah, I'm already knowing.
Oh God. So it's like that really does help anchor me a little bit, especially because those are the people that are in my corner that will tell me like, nah, like, I understand the intentionality of what you're trying to do, but it's
Hmm.
not being executed right now. And,
Facts.
sometimes that is a hard thing to hear, but at the same time, it's like, I need that.
No facts.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
Appreciate that, man. Any more questions?
Uh, I literally just had one, but it slipped out of my mind. That last question, I was just in two in tune.
It be like
Yeah,
that,
real,
bro.
no, for real.
It be like that. But I did have one more question for you though.
Okay, bet.
So I got, I guess it was the branding of just your content and who you are as a person
Hmm.
that led me to just want to ask you more and get to know you.
Okay.
So in regards of, I guess, how do I say this? In regards to the persona or the personality that you have,
Hmm.
what are some things that you love about yourself and that you hope, conveys through the music?
Uh, you know, and now I think about it because you kind of asked this question a little bit earlier
Mhm.
about like when it came to like the version of myself. I feel like I'm actually more goofy and more I'm really a kid at heart for real,
That's
for real.
real.
I'm more goofy, and I don't really think I show that through my music. I feel like in some ways I try to be more serious or try to
Mhm.
play a more serious role. And I feel like I want to get more into showing my more goofier side when it comes to when it comes to doing content. And I feel
Mhm.
like that just based off of the environment I grew up in.
Mhm.
Uh, like like growing up, people were like, especially when you're doing music, there's no one like doing like making funny videos or just really showing that goofy side in their music. So I feel like that's something I really got to break through.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, I feel like yeah, that's something I want to like start bringing to this like stuff. I'm not even just wanting to be like a funny artist, but just like when it comes to even doing content, just
Mhm.
showing different like my different personalities and things of that sort.
No, that's real, bro.
For real.
Um, which inspired me to just ask one more question because I
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to ask it earlier, but then I
Go ahead.
got caught up type shit.
Uh
Um, so you mentioned this and referred to how your environment has definitely revealed certain things to you where you
huh.
have chosen to walk a different path or
Right.
surround yourself with different energy, and
Right.
that has been feeding your consistency.
Uh
So I wanted to ask you, what brought out that mentality in you to do differently than what you were surrounded by?
I guess just I guess sometimes you gotta get away from what you used to do different things.
Hey, that was really fun,
So
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta get away and then sometimes people get too comfortable where they at, so they never get out of it.
Shit,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
real,
So
bro.
sometimes you just gotta get out of where you comfortable at or where you so used to get to your actual self, because sometimes things might be holding you back. I don't want to say my the where I'm from was holding me back because I was still the same person I was here and there,
Mhm.
but the way how I carry myself when it comes to music, I'm so used to seeing how people was there, I couldn't really show my real personality to my music when I actually do it. So
Mm.
I feel like
That's
getting away
real
from
fuck.
that really showed me um, that yeah, I can really show my true stuff when I do this music stuff. So yeah,
Man, I fuck with that,
no,
bro.
for real.
Respect on that,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate it.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it.
With that being said, I gotta go. he got some shit he gotta do
You know what I
too.
mean? I do.
Um, and y'all got to go,
I'm
honestly,
saying,
truthfully, because y'all need to be tapping into his shit right after this. Y'all done
for
heard
real.
a little bit of his story, but y'all gonna see him again because he still got shit coming.
I got a whole bunch of shit coming. You know what I mean? Everybody stay tuned. And make sure y'all stay tuned here too, you know what I mean? I mean, make sure y'all running up the views. Y'all make sure y'all sharing, doing everything y'all gotta do. We gotta make this channel go up all the way.
Real talk. So I'm gonna pass it off to you one more time so you
Mhm.
can continue to let these people know how they can tap in with you, get connected with you, and all that type of shit.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, for all social media at Key the Artist. I'm on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, and you mean let's get it. Let's go.
For sure. Well, as y'all know, we about to be out of here.
I mean,
So it's been a great time. We gone.
all right,
Peace.
see ya.